are back. We are back. We are back. This is episode 6 of Griot of the Diaspora. This is another solo episode, so it's just going to be me. There's some new segments. So this is going to be the Griot news segment. And so this is just going to be like diaspora news, things that are going on, and that's all we're going to talk about in this episode. On another episode, I'm actually going to talk about the pros and cons of living in Ghana. And so this episode for Griot News is going to be about Occupy Julorbi House. I'm going to talk about the protest that recently happened in Ghana this September, which is scheduled and planned to go throughout all of December, specifically to make like noise for what the protesters are protesting about, the citizens, and they want to actually make this a bigger deal than what it was in September, and they know that tourists are coming in December, and so they want to make a big noise about that, and so I'm going to help them. So let's get started. Welcome to Griot of the Diaspora. I'm Nakaira G. If you have not watched my other episodes, please make sure to go like all of my other episodes, go watch my other episodes, and subscribe, like, follow me. Thank you. Okay, so on September 21st, there was a 3-day protest that went all the way up until September 23rd. There was a protest that happened in Accra, and basically citizens got together pretty much from all ages, but let's also just say and recognize that this was a youth-led event. This was a non-partisan event, meaning that there was no political party associated with this event, with this protest. There was no funding from any partisan party or anything like that, even though there's a lot of propaganda coming out claiming that. So Occupy Julorbi House specifically is a protest put on by the citizens, and they are protesting pretty much everything that is going on in Ghana. Those of you who just visit Ghana in December or have only come to Ghana for like 2 weeks or a week or something, you probably have no idea what is going on in Ghana, right? Especially because the way that Ghana has been marketed to everyone, especially from the president to the different celebrities, everyone's kind of marketed Ghana as this very utopia place, this place that is kind of fantastical. And as somebody that has been going back and forth to Ghana, living back and forth, going to school there since 2013, it's kind of sad because a lot of what is marketed about Ghana, especially on Instagram, is not that it's not true. It's just that it's like 0.0001% of the actual like country. And so I'm doing this video. It's going to be a very short video, but I'm doing this video because I want to do my part and make sure that I inform and invite people who are planning to come to Ghana in 2023 at any time. But if you are coming in December, please be aware that there's going to be a month-long protest that is going to be going on. There's going to be a protest in Accra and potentially in other regions. Now, I am not doing this to help protect the tourists and so that you guys can get around it. I'm actually doing this video so that you guys can be a part of it and so that you guys are knowledgeable about it. If you see the hashtag Occupy Julorbi House, you can most likely find a lot of current information about the protest, about the funding that is needed, as well as the reasons people are protesting and what has been happening since September. You'll also be able to find which regions are going to be involved in what times, days, everything. I don't want to say too much, but I do want to encourage people who is coming down to Ghana in December or before December to please be aware that there is a citizen protest happening in the country, and it's a very important protest. So I also want to talk a little bit about what is going on in Ghana that people need to worry about, right? Everyone's kind of like, I don't know what's going on, and people want to know what's happening. The unfortunate thing is that everything is happening. To name a few: inflation, taxes, rent, housing in general, homelessness, what they call galamsey, which is, I don't know how to explain it completely, but it's basically when it comes to Ghana's natural water bodies, it's being infiltrated by chemicals and mining, and there's a lot of illegal things that are happening that is turning the water like their lakes or their oceans and things like that. There's a lot of things that are causing it to be even inhabitable to even just walk in. And for some places in Ghana, people still use river and lake and that type of water for bathing and things like that. So there are a lot of issues. There's also just the general issue of healthcare. There's a lack of hospitals in the countries. There's a lack of hospitals that have the technology that is necessary. There are there's just a shortage of everything when you really put it into perspective. There's a lack of employee salaries. People are being paid less than $1,000, less than $500 a month. The average person, somebody that works in the bank in Ghana, they probably make less than $500 a month working 40 hours a week out there. And so you have to really kind of put these things into perspective, because everything has changed. Like I said, I've been going back and forth since 2013, and to see where the dollar is now, it's not benefiting the Ghanaian people. And regardless of if things are cheaper, paying people less doesn't make it a quality of life. People should be paid more, and prices should be going down, because the reality is that majority of the people who own the natural resources in Ghana and in Africa are non-Africans and foreigners, but that's a whole nother video. But like I said, one of the things that I just want people in the diaspora to do when you plan on coming to Ghana in December or any time for the rest of this year and for next year for that matter, please do research on Ghana. Reach out to people like myself and others who have spent time in Ghana and ask real questions and use the resources like people who have done research, who live here. A lot of people got marketed to Ghana in 2019 or 2018 to come to Ghana for the year of return. And the year of return is very controversial already because of the whole concept of making tourism money off of the history of slavery. It's very problematic. And so there's a lot of things that I just wish that people would do a little bit more research on. But that's my advice. Also, when you are coming to Ghana, please make sure that you are supporting a business that is Ghanaian owned, and please just have a little bit more interest in what you're supporting. A lot of people, especially celebrities who come to Ghana, they are coming to Ghana through the government. So a lot of times they're not really witnessing Ghana and Accra, and they're not really going to like Ghanaian locally owned spaces. They're usually going to places that are European owned with Ghanaian workers, and for some people that's enough. But a lot of people are just going to the same 10 restaurants and the same 2 beaches because those are the places that the government has advised them to go to. So, like I said, just do more research. Ghana is so much more than a country that you can understand through your iPhone on Instagram. I promise you, there's so much to it. And don't be afraid to ask questions. But the best thing that you can do is use the hashtag Occupy Julorbi House. It'll be in the title. It'll be in the description. You'll know how to spell it. Use that hashtag on Twitter, and you will find a lot of information about the way that local citizens are living, how they're feeling, and how they want you to participate. So check it out, and check out my next video, which is going to be a pros and cons of living in Ghana as a woman, as a Black American, all of those things. So definitely check that out. Bye, guys.